Realized I didn't have my microphone on, so there we go. Hi everybody, we're back again, doing another episode of Always Be Brewing. Sorry for the weird silent intro. It has been a day. It has been a day. It's been a day. It's been a day. I'm very tired. Not the best of days, but it's okay because I'm going to try and forget about it and instead focus all of my energy on doing this with you guys. So we are going to be doing something new, which is going to be Kels. I'm going to go ahead and pull up Kels really quickly so we can all get a good look at her before we begin the brew. I'm wearing my glasses today so I can actually read the comments. Click her. Here she is. She is one of the cheaper legendaries outside, in Jumpstart. Most of the legendaries in Jumpstart are incredibly overpriced. So today we're going to be fixing some fights because she is the fight fixer. And we're going to have a nice, sweet, and sick deck building stream. Now, looking at the situation and looking at Kels, I'm definitely seeing, we're going to be doing some aristocrat stuff today, which I know that we tend to do a lot of aristocrat stuff, but you can only go over so many archetypes before eventually you start mimicking them. So we're going to go ahead and get started with Kels. We'll go ahead and do our normal commander create. What blue or black cards make creatures fight? Well, we're not going to be doing, actually fighting. Because that is not the theme of the deck. She is Dimir, so we'll be doing Dimir. Reforming and Marrying Riven Prowler. What blue or black cards can make creatures fight? We're fixing specific fiddle infinite combo. We can definitely get to that. So let's go ahead and start looking for some cards. Now we have our commander set out. So we already have Sun right here. Reform. When Reform dimes, create a 3/3. Reform just seems like a fun little add-on, so I say go ahead and add that. Hey, we're just getting started. You should run Cat Oven. Listen, Cat Oven, I'm not sure how I feel about Cat Oven. Let's see. He can't be blocked. You may cast from a graveyard as long as you control black or green permanent. It seems kind of... I don't know how I feel about this card. Every Ashiok sim seems pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and add some cards that I just know that we're going to need. Let's go ahead and go over here. I'll have to type in the stuff right here. Let's go ahead and get in a Blood Artist. Let's get in a Zulaport. Cutthroat. Let's see. Let's do this. Okay. Combos Nadir Kraken with Pitiless Plunder and Kels with Friction or Alter. You draw your full deck. That way you win through Labman or Oracle. I was thinking of adding Labman or Oracle in here, to be honest. Just because it seems like a good idea. So we will vibe with that. So let's go ahead and add Blood Artist, Zulaport, Cutthroat. Let's take a peek at some of these other ones. So let's see what Shardless Agent is, because some of these cards I don't know. We can't do Shardless Agent because we are in Dimir, not Simic. So let's go ahead. Nadir, Kraken. If you draw a card, you may pay 1 if you do. I like it. Add it to the deck. Pitiless Plunder is already just a really good idea. Let's go ahead. Just a really good card to have in general with these kinds of decks. 6-drop Liliana. Let's go ahead and add the Phyrexian Altar because I like that idea. Trainer, Grey Merchant, and Crick is also an auto win, and black might be heavy for this style of deck, though. Yeah, like, it seems like a really good idea, but I kind of want us to maintain our focus around the ability, which is card draw. So let's go ahead and take a peek at Villa. Villa Nightclad. Creature can control and emanate. Whenever creature you control leaves the battlefield, each opponent loses a life. I like it. Chasm Skulker is another good one. I like me some Chasm Skulker. Revel in Riches is fun. Revel in Riches sounds an amazing idea. Y'all are already having some really good ideas that I'm just really vibing with. Dictate of Erebos also just seems pretty good. For anyone who wants to know who Kels is, this is Kels. I'm going to leave Kels up for just a brief moment to let everyone soak in the commander. Make sure everything is looking good on my overlay. That's always important, is making sure everything looks good on my overlay. Sometimes it doesn't, I always get worried. So here we have Kels, the beautiful commander. She's pretty sick. I like her a lot. Butcher of Malakir is another good idea. Wow, that is utterly ironic. You're building Kels here, and I just got it on my Jumpstart prize on Arena. See? It was meant to be. Any card with Evoke, since they get sacrificed in those colors, Muldrifter, Shriek Maw. Alright. Revel in Riches will not work well because your opponent's creatures need to die for it to trigger. Oh, see, that's also true. So maybe not Revel in Riches, but we'll keep it in for now, but I see the point there. Let's see. Gotta make sure I'm reading her right. Whenever you sack a creature, pay 1. If you do, draw a card. Honestly, I like the idea of that. Oh, Kurotsuki, thank you for the subscription. Thank you so much. We're working on getting a new computer slowly but surely. It is taking some time. I will say that. Whenever Shriek Mine enters the battlefield, destroy target non-effect on black creature. I do like this, a destruction spell. Let's see, Knight Incarnate. See, when it leaves the battlefield, all creatures get negative 3/3 until end of turn. Add to deck. Some of these are very interesting. I'm not against them. Slither Muse. Just about if the player has more cards than you. Maybe not Slither Muse, but everything else I'm vibing with. Disciple of Bless. I used to hate this card when I first started playing Magic because I didn't understand it. Now I understand it. Liliana's Standard Bearer. Whenever she ETBs, draw X cards, works as a number of creatures that died under control this turn. I like it. Let's add this. This is cool. Let's see, Consuming Aberration. Oh, that's the mill one, isn't it? Consuming Aberration. I'm gonna, whenever you cast a spell, each opponent reveals top cards from his or her library until she reveals. You know what? It's not really what we're going for, but I like it, so let's do it. Void Mage Prodigy, another wizard's turns into cantrip and cancels. Let's see. Can't see. Sacrifice a wizard, counter target spell. It's so specific that I'm not really sure how I feel about it. Harvester of Souls. Yes. Rise of the Dark Realms, could not agree more. I was literally thinking of also stuff like Living Death. Living Death I think would be cool. Who's the Speaks Commander? Noko Lova. It is Kels right here. The lovely Kels. Let's see. Grim Horror Specs. Human Wizard. You may cast his face down as a 2/2. Try face up to whatever another non-creature control does. Okay, let's see. Grim Horror Specs. I hope I'm saying that right. Haru. Yeah, I like that. Phyrexian Reclamation I think is just kind of a must. Phyrexian Limation. Let's go ahead and just... I love that art so much. We need some good recursion. What about glistening oil? Let's look at glistening oil. Another good piece of art, by the way, I have to say. Love the art on this card. I don't know how I feel about it. I do like the concept of ominous seas, though. Let's do some ominous seas in here. I'm gonna go ahead and add... Let's see. Wrong idea to type in the word just lab. Let's try that. There we go, a little bit better. Let's add good old lab man. And Jace. Which Jace am I looking for? Wielder of Mysteries, because we just want to go ahead and have that in there for us. Let's see. Harvester Souls, whenever non-token creatures you draw a card. Already got that in there. We need the Sigments to Talman to Solemn. I agree, so let's go ahead and add it. Let's click done editing, and then there we go. Cool, it's up to date now. Let's go ahead and add in a Dimir Signet, Arcane Signet, and let's go ahead and add a Solemn, just because I would agree that is a good assumption on there. Sir Conrad is also another good one. Thassa's, or maybe not on the Oracle. I'm very touch and go on the Oracle. I'm going to be extremely honest. I need to talk about the Oracle because I have such weird feelings about it. Okay, we do need a Cyclonic Rift. We should just go ahead and add that because we need it. Cyclonic Rift, Crypt Lurker, let's look that up. And just about 50 sacrifice a creature, discard a card if you do draw a card. I'm not opposed to it. Let's add that in there. Erebos Black-Hearted, Bleak-Hearted. As long as your devotion buckles is favor of using a creature. Draw a card, Erebos. Profaner of the Dead. Got a lot of card wrecks in here. I know I saw Fleshback Marauder up there earlier. Playcrafter, Merciless Executioner. Okay. Add it. Go ahead and add Fleshbag. Okay, let's see. We do need Psych Rift. Psych Rift is just a good card to run, I think. Profaner of the Dead. I'm just going to go ahead and type it. Sometimes reading big paragraphs is always a fun time. Return to their owner's hands. Creatures you control. Wait, hold on, I have to read. When exploits a creature, return to their owner's hands all creatures your opponents control with toughness. This is interesting. I like it. Priest of the Forgotten Gods. Oh, I do like Priest of Forgotten Gods actually a lot. Gotta lend your Legion Sakashima student. Lend your Liege. Honestly, good thing to buff our creatures a little bit. I love the art for Sakashima's student so much. So my question is, why Sakashima's student? Because I actually don't know why. We'll go ahead and add Gary. I like Smothering Abomination. Yeah, Born Overlord seems pretty good. I don't know about the Siren Storm Tamer. Copy effect is nice, but does it really serve? I don't know. We can add it in. I don't know if it serves like the theme of the deck, but I'll go with it. Didn't mean to do that. We already have Lily on a standard Beller. Hey, Mahaffey. Let's look at Blood-Soaked Altar really quick. Discard a card, sack a creature. It's an interesting card. I'm not opposed. We do have Phyrexian Altar in here. Let's see. Yeah, Siren Storm Tamer counters a spell, but at that point I would just run a counter spell. We already have a decent amount of cards, to be quite honest. This is crazy. 31 creatures already. We're definitely gonna have to make some cuts. 100%. Ba. Reassembling skeleton. I'm down for it. Let's see. We do have Blood Artist effects in here. Let's see. Ayara is cool. Piper the Swarm can make and sack things. Okay. Ogre Slumlord. Add to deck. Let's go ahead and add in. Go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and add Bastion of Remembrance. Let's go ahead. Oh my gosh, we got a lot going on in here, you guys. Let's see. Piper of the Swarm is also good. I agree. And it takes control of stuff. We're coming up with this insanely fast. Altar of Dementia. It mills. We don't really need mill, but the sack engine is pretty good. Let's go ahead and add an Ashnod's just because I think it'd just be helpful. Okay, what else do we have? Let's see what Nim Devourer does. Artifact control. Return it from your graveyard. The second creature. Love it. Let's go ahead. We're gonna have to cut a lot. Oh god, we're getting so many things happening. This is actually the fastest we've been like getting stuff in here, to be quite honest. All right. Add, it doesn't help. Let's go ahead and add like a basic sort of like, let's do a damnation. Ruthless. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, target opponent sacrifices a creature. I love it. Kaiga. I don't think we need Kaiga. We already have Reform in here. Reform is really good. Grave Betrayal. We do not, but we need it. What's the black wheel? Do you know what I'm talking about? There's like one mono black wheel. What's the mono black wheel? Why search for some cards? Let's go ahead and add a Windfall. Let's see. We have Lifeline. Put in a graveyard. I love it. Lifeline is great. Basel Throw is kind of ramp and also sack thing. Oh my gosh. Ah. Y'all, we are already, I think, over the amount we need. Tap, sack, not opposed. Gives us mana to deal in with it. Dark Deal. Cool. Let's go ahead and add a black market while we're here because we're going to be losing things. Why not make it worth our while? You know. Okay. We already have Drawn in the Lock in here. We already have Dictate of Erebos in here. Final Stand. I know exactly what you're thinking of. Final something. Wake the Dead is cute. cast. Yes, I agree. Let's do Wake the Dead. We already added in Lifeline Mahaffey because that was a good idea. It was a great idea, actually. Sacrifice a creature, regenerate it. Love it. Let's go ahead. Okay, let's see. Every creature control with toughness 4 greater dies. It's more of a sack outlook. I don't think we're gonna have many at the top part, but I'll add it in. If you control a mana, you may cast this. Deal with Whispering Madness. Each player discards his or her hand, then draws cards equal to the number of the Sway Cipher. Let's do it. Endrexar, E-N-D-R-E-K. We are rolling with this. Whenever you cast a creature spell. Yes, I love it. Let's see. So hold on. Give me 10 seconds to refresh this and see where we are now. Because as you can clearly see, I am a little bit concerned. How many cards do we have? Oh, 69. So we're... let's go ahead and add Black Sun's Zenith. Let's add a Blue Sun's Zenith. As the additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature, draw 2 card. What's Village Rites? I gotta see it to look at it. Which is, I don't know why I said that. We already have Glendalendra Archmage in here. As an additional cost to spell, draw 2 cards. Not bad, actually. I don't mind it. Okay, so we have a lot of cards going on here. Let's take a moment and think, what do we need? We need more card draw. So Ristic Study is the one that comes to mind. I think we need Ristic Study, to be quite honest. We do, so let's do Exhume, Diabolic Intent, Victimize is good. Frantic Search, I don't know how I feel about Frantic Search in here. Exsanguinate is good in any deck, but I don't know if we need it. Because remember, we're doing card draw. Seeing is looking. You can't prove Riel hasn't said this. That's also true. So let's think of some things that we need, that we know that we need in here. So off the top of my head, Viscera Seer is good. I know someone earlier said this. What else can we add in here to make this really, really good? Just because I know that this is just it's a lot. Because I know we got a lot going on with this theme. Let's see. Blood for Bones. I think Genesis Chamber is... Whenever a non-token creature is battlefield, if Genesis Chamber is untapped, creates creatures. Interesting, I like it. Yahenni. Oh, that's right. Someone did mention a Yahenni earlier. Let's see. Yahenni, Undying Partisan. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies. It's an opponent controls. Oh, but we can use a sack outlet. I like it. Add to deck. Y'all are very smart, and I love you for it. Yawgmoth isn't in here. That's not how you spell Yawgmoth. But let's see. Pay a life, sack a creature, draw a card. Honestly, I'm not mad at it. An Aetherborn are indeed rad. Greybacked, do it. Let's go ahead, and I agree. This is gonna be... We're already skating on thin ice with how many cards we're adding in here. We do have Ominous Season here. I did add a Viscera Seer, but I do like Woe Strider a lot. Already have Black Market in here, Twilight Lugia, but the fact that you are on my same mental playing field is amazing, and I love it, and I love you. Let's see. So, Cabal Coffers is yes. Or we already had an Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth. Sire of Stagnation is more of mill, but I'm okay with it. Let's add a... We're gonna have to make so many cuts, you guys. What does Phyrexian Tower do, and why does that make me nervous? It's expensive, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay, it's gone down. Oh, because it was reprinted in Jumpstart. Duh. That makes me feel less scared. We do have Dreadhorde Invasion, and let's also add a Bitter Blossom now that we're here. What if you could run Yorion as a companion and commander and you had to build a 120 card deck instead of a 100 card deck? I would run it just to play more cards. Let's see. Expedition map. Why expedition map? I say as I add it blindly. Sacrifice it. I don't think that would work. No, yeah, expedition map wouldn't work. I don't think we need it that bad. Oh yeah, Crypt of Academe is a land. Little less stress now. Crypt of Academe. Let's go ahead with a Necropotence. We have... That's true. Wayfarer's Bauble. I don't think we need Wayfarer's Bauble in here. Let's go ahead and do something like a Rogue's Passage to make our stuff unblockable. We do have Carrion Feeder in here. Now, what are some good lands that we can use in here? We can add the Scry one. So, Castle... What is the blue castle? What is the blue castle? Ardent? No. Castle Vantress. Thank you, memes. Castle locked. Okay, the spelling of castle, it's L-O-C-H-T. L-O... Lock. I'm just gonna do castle low. Oh my god. I hate the spelling of locked because it's stupid. I hate it. L-O-C-T. Hate it. Hate the spelling. Okay. Let's see. Spring Pasture may be too slow, though. Let's see. Watergrave. Watery Grave. It did mess with me a lot. Let's see. What's the Temple of Deceit? I like the temples a lot. I know some people don't. I love the temples. Like, a lot. Okay, so Temple of Deceit. Let's see. What's the fetch? What's the I'm gonna be this person. I hate myself for it. We're popping an Underground Sea in here. I know she's not in chat right now, but Megan, Sheepy Cutie on Twitter, but Sheepwave everywhere else, she printed me some sick proxies of fetches and duels, and now I love them. I used to hate them because I couldn't have them, but now I have a version of it. I'm like, auto include because I'm a monster. Okay, let's go ahead and see. Cannot spell to save my life. Enters the battlefield, tapped on control 2 of your other lands. Yeah, we're good. Wish I could. There it is. Cool. I cannot see a Star Destroyer when looking at a Castle Twain. If there's a cycle of dual lands that would enter untapped if they never. Ooh. Isn't there something pool? Morphic pool. Morphic pool. Love it. The Battlebond lands are amazing. Sunken Hollow. Okay. Drained Catacomb. Yes, agreed. Drained cat. Drowned Catacomb. Okay. Cycling lands, bare moors, feta pools, Dimir Aqueduct. Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and add a Gaia Reach Sanitarium. Are either the Dimir lands any good? Not really, no. No, I would say no. What's the one that actually, what's the pain land? Not the shock, but the pain land. Like just pings you for one. What's the pain land? We do have Urborg in here. I just had an idea. I just had an idea. Hold on. Mom, I want an underground sea. Mom, we have underground at sea at home. Underground sea at home. That's funny. I'm gonna tweet that right now while you guys are watching me. I'm sorry. Give me 10 seconds to tweet out that really funny tweet. I'm so sorry that I just thought of it and I don't want to lose it. Give me 10 seconds. I'm so sorry. It's probably been done before too. I can't even see what you're saying. I'm so sorry. Okay, I hope I did the meme right. Okay. Okay, I did the meme. I'm sorry. I liked my meme. It's really good. Also, thank you, Dog Venture. I need these to see, and I never wear them, even though I desperately need to. But here we are. Moronic Pool, is that where people who don't wear masks go to swim? That's where I go to swim. Witch's Cottage is actually pretty good. I do want to not have too many non-basics in here, because that can hurt us. It has hurt me in the past. Let's do a Witch's Cottage. I'm sorry. I'm really proud of my tweet. Another creature I just thought of is Bloodghast. Let's look up Bloodghast while my tweet... Go like my tweet right now. You should do it. Whenever land... Oh shoot. He cannot block. He has haste as long as opponent has tenuous life. I'm not opposed. I just found out Crafty Cutpurse exists, which seems like a sweet blue card. Let's see, because we don't have enough blue cards in here. We should actually think we need more draw spells in here. We need some more blue spells in here because it's a lot. Let's see. I just gonna... Okay, guys. Full Rest Stronghold. That is expensive. Do you ever have two blue cards? It's blue. We do have Windfall in here, Old Wolf 30. Again, the genius. I'm sorry, I'm laughing at my own tweet. It's funny. This is literally what I do every day, is when I tweet out a magic meme, I like sit and stare at it and laugh. And then I think I'm very clever. Yeah, let's add Notion Thief. And I agree, Skull Clamp is a beautiful addition. I don't know why we didn't add it sooner. How many cards? We have 99 cards. We already been finished with lands. We have to cut. This is ridiculous. 15 cards. We need to cut a lot of cards. The fact that y'all were able to give me 51 amazing creatures is like amazing. I did not see Nerd Girl's Emerald Cool tweet. What is it? Lazotep. Oh, hi, Joe. Hello. UN permanents gain hexproof until end of turn. Oh, I do like that. I do like that. We don't need that much card draw because our commander's card draw. Yeah, but it also doesn't hurt. I just am worried about losing her and then, you know, having to suffer and pay the price, you know? And I think it's always good to kind of be prepared in our own little way. Why is my computer doing the little wheel of death? That's making me nervous. Anyway. We need to do lands because we have a lot of lands. Well, we don't have a lot of lands. We need lands, and our curve is relatively, I would say, high. Let's look at our curve. I'm so sorry for the throat clearing. Danon, thank you for the renewal of your Twitch sub. Okay, let's see. We have 20 lands. We need more. She has a built-in protection with her ability from non-sacrifice effects. Who does? We do have Bastion of Remembrance in here. She does have built-in protection. I'm just a nervous Magic player, I guess. So let's go ahead and do like majority swamp. So let's go ahead and do like 6. Let's do 10 because I'm a nervous Nelly. We'll do 7. 11. Let's be at 36 lands. True. Kels does have built-in protection. I'm just nervous. We have to cut 29 cards. Oh my god. I think we're going to be adding a lot too. I mean, but I say that, but this is looking pretty well-rounded in terms of number. I think the majority of the cards that are going to be cut are literally going to go from enchantments and creatures. That's just what I'm thinking we're doing. Also, if you are, you know, chilling out here with me in chat and you just so happen to not be following me, you should totally follow me because I am 19 followers away from 2,000 followers on Twitch, which is just crazy to me. So do you guys have any other ideas of the the little amount of blue is stressing me out. I keep clearing my throat too. I'm so sorry. It is too early to be yawning, but I'm a yawner by nature. The more I talk about yawning, the more I want to. Okay, guys. So, I wish I was here last week. Luckily, I catch and commented on your VODs. Yay! Thank you. Blue is for people who don't want to play Magic with other people. I like blue. Blue is one of my favorite colors. I think blue is very fun. I'm gonna stare at my meme again really quickly to see if it's... I'm a child who laughs at her own jokes, but it's okay because I know I'm funny. Let's see. I love blue mainly because of mill and self-mill. Mill is great. Let's see God Eternal Bond too really quickly. Sacrifice any number of other permanents, then draw that many cards. Ooh, I do like that. Add to deck. Let's also, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What's the name of the card? What's the name of the card? What's the name of the card? It's like a deer. It's like a deer. I don't remember the name of it. It's an artifact, and you tap 3, and then sack it. You get basics. What is the name of the card? What's the name of the card? Burnished Heart. Y'all are amazing. Okay. What else should we add? Do you guys have any other ideas? Because right now... How much ramp you got? Probably not a lot, and I think we need it. What do you think about a Grave Titan? I'm at Grave Titan. For ramp, why did I not put in a soul ring? Thank you for telling me. Let's add a soul. We're gonna have to cut so many dang cards. We have 36 lands currently, so we're doing good on the lands part, I'd say. Nyx Lotus, at this point, because we're so heavy, I would say yes. I'm also gonna go ahead and I say why. Okay, see, this is we had 2 underground rivers, so now I can go ahead and I can add in a Nykthos. 36 lands, 134 cards. That's a lot, but we're going good. Does anybody have any other ideas before we make some cuts? Because I think we're at the point where we definitely need to make some cuts. The lack of blue is stressing me out a little bit, but it's fine. 2 undergrounders would be achieving. I didn't mean to put 2. Okay, if a zombie you control would deal combat damage to a player, instead that player puts that many cards. I don't think we need this just because it would be great if it was our creatures, but it's not. We aren't running any counter spells. We can. It just means we're gonna have to make a lot of cuts. So for instance, I could do. Let's do a negate. We can do a counter spell. We can do a swan song. We can do a fierce guardianship. Why does Kels not make creature fight if she's the fight fixer? Because she doesn't get her own hands dirty. She watches other people fight each other and sacrifice one another. Like she's the player of the game. It's abjure. I don't know what that does. I would put abjure in here, but we don't have that many blue permanents to begin with, so I'd be a little bit worried. We have so many damn cards to cut. Oh my god. Half the stream is gonna be cards cut. So what do we do now? I added in some counter spells to kind of fluff up the blue a little bit, but we need to kind of go ahead and figure out what cuts to make. We're at 138 cards already, only 47 minutes in. This is kind of the fastest build that we've done. Everybody had some amazing ideas. I definitely think it's time to go ahead and make some cuts because we are already... Yes. How did I get 2 lifeline in here? I need to make sure that all my things say 1 and not 2, because I don't want to cheat. That is not my goal in here. Don't like it. This does make us tokens, and I do dig that. Rankle would be cool because we can all sack a creature. Let's add Rankle. Isn't fixing fights type of cheating though? Yeah. Okay, I gotta stop adding cards. This is only gonna make it harder for me. Okay. So now we are gonna have to make cuts. 39 cards. I think this is gonna be rather difficult. I'm gonna make sure all my things say 1 instead of 2, because if they say 2, I'm gonna cry because it's happened twice now, and I don't really want to be that kind of person. Okay. So now let's go ahead and make some cuts. Let's go ahead and start with the heftier of the 2 lists. Let's go ahead and start with the creatures. As you can see, we have, first of all, an obscene amount at 55. And I think it's actually good that we have this many because it makes it easier to kind of pick and choose the best of the best, which is typically difficult, I would say. So let's go ahead and start at the bottom with the bigger, beefier creatures. So already we have Butcher of Malakir. I like this because it says another creature, so it's great because they sack all their creatures. We get it can work with tokens. I like it. Ooh, Hangerback Walker. I'm not opposed. We should make some cuts first. I think we need to cut Sire of Stagnation. I think Vela could go. I like it just because of the ability at the bottom. So I say keep Vela. We should definitely cut Sire of Stagnation, as well as where is it? I know I'm probably like giving y'all whiplash by flinging this around here. But there's another card. We definitely need to cut Sire of Stagnation. And there's another card in here that's Dimir, and I can't remember, but it's like a really good card. We don't need it because it Consuming Aberration and Sire of Stagnation. I like coffee, tea, or soda. Good question. I am a habitual soda drinker. I love soda so much. However, if I want to feel good and like vibe, you know, like a good vibe, coffee, 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 coffee. Y'all should, oh, Q&As should fun. I should do those more. Normally, I would say Tempsu, I like Sire, but Sire doesn't really have anything to do with the deck. It's just milling people blindly, and we're not really doing mill. Oh, did I delete something? No, I didn't. Cool. Crypt Lurker is low impact, right? Let's take a peek. Let's go ahead and make those 2 cuts. Coffee's love, coffee's life. Okay. I need to tell you something right now. Okay. Before we continue, I need you to do me a favor. And it's a very simple favor. If you're a coffee drinker, yay, I'm glad I pronounced your username right. If you are a coffee drinker, get out a piece of paper and a pen. Let me know when you are ready. Seems like you're crashing a little. Oh no, did I do something? Are we okay? Did I mess up? Are we good? I got scared that I messed up. What we need to do is get out a piece of paper, pen, and I'm gonna give you the best, and I mean this, the best, latte order of your life. 100%. I could give you the best latte order of your life. It's so good. I would cut the new Ergo post because it costs 2 life to draw a card. I would cut the Notion Thief. It doesn't benefit you at all. It just makes you target. True, Notion Thief does get you some good card draw, though. I'm going to keep Notion Thief in just because we do have some wheel effects in here, but I definitely agree with the Erebus. So let's cut the Erebus. Okay, you have your gnome pad ready to rock. This is what you're going to order. This is what you're going to order. Whatever size you want. It does not matter the size. Venti, grande, tall, does not matter. No judgment. You get a insert size iced caramel latte with ristretto shots. RISTRETTO shots. Half soy milk. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. I know it sounds weird. Half sweet cream. Boom. Take a moment to think about that and try it when you go and get coffee next time, because I can guarantee it is going to be amazing. It's so good. I get it every time I go get coffee. It is my favorite drink. That is Chase's favorite Starbucks order. Epicric, just you don't have to, as long as you drink it. It's good. Okay. I like Ruthless Deathfang. Cool. I really like all these cards. This is gonna be difficult. The student, someone said Sakashima's student to cut. Let's cut the student. I know cuts are like very boring to watch, but y'all are a blessing sticking with me through the most difficult part of deck building, which is the not fun part. Someone said earlier about a card Crypt Lurker. Let's get rid of Crypt Lurker. I agree. Sounds divine and I can't tell. You know your Starbucks beverages. I love them. You should definitely let me know if you like it. When you're cutting, do you look for your win cons and cards can smooth it out best? It's usually what I end up doing. So for me, I've discovered some things. I always like to look at the commander. What does the commander call for? So in this particular commander, Menace is really cool. Whenever you sack a creature, you may pay 1. That's really good. If you do, draw a card. So being able to pay 2, because it's technically pay 2 for card draw, because look at her. Tap 1, sack a creature, you know, gains a destructible, so technically pay 2, sack a creature, get a card draw. Not bad, I would say. In this situation, I have to go what fits best with her. So, for instance, we have a really neat win con in here that involves us milling ourselves out to death, which we have 2 ways to get that, which is Jace, as well as Labman. Which reminds me, I'm going to put something in here. I know we're in the midst of cutting, but... Oh, what's the tutor that you sacrifice? What's the sacrifice? That doesn't help. That doesn't explain anything to you guys. What's the sacrifice tutor? Diabolic intent. Diabolic intent. We're adding it. Last minute, I know, but we're adding it. Rules are important to fill your hand back up because there are plenty of times when you don't have things to sacrifice or your commander are out of gas. Exactly. I love it. Self-mill is super fun, and I find that to be very fun. If we do round robin mill, it's going to be extremely apparent to everybody, and that's going to put a big target on our back. We want to be extremely subtle. So I put in one of my favorite tutors, which, by the way, this is one of my favorite tutors of all time. I want to put y'all on this tutor. Let me find it. Long-term plans is one of my favorite cards ever, because it is a very fun blue tutor, and in card draw decks you get it pretty quickly. So you search your library for any card, you do not have to reveal it, already off the bat a good benefit, and you put it third from the top, so 1, 2, your card. Make sure that you're playing the game correctly by drawing your cards to get it, otherwise you could possibly forget it's there, and then when you tutor for something else, you shuffle it back in, and that's not what you need. Really like this card. I really like all of these creatures. Okay, what about Profaner of the Dead? I liked it in the beginning, but now, I want your opinion on it. Whenever it exploits a creature, return to their owner's hands all creatures your opponents control with toughness less than the exploited creature's toughness. It's a board bounce, essentially. I like it. I am not mad at it. I kind of like it. It's a card that I wouldn't see coming because I've never heard of it before until now. But then again, that's just me. But, well, no. The fact that Night Incarnate kills your commander makes it bad for this deck. We can make our commander indestructible, but I do agree. Let's go ahead and cut Night Incarnate. Yeah, I do like it. So let's see. Cut the Incarnate because I don't want to run the rest of it. Yeah, let's cut out Flesh Bag. Hold on, is Merciless? Let's cut Merciless Executioner because Playcrafter targets Planeswalkers too. How high are the toughness per Profaner? If it's low, it might not be great. Well, it doesn't matter the toughness on Profaner. It matters the toughness on the creature that you sacrifice. So it says right here, return when it exploits a creature, return to their owner's hands all creatures your opponents control with toughness less than the exploited creature's toughness. Can we figure out the average toughness of this deck? I actually don't know the average toughness of this deck. That's true, you can also sacrifice Profaner. I do like the card. For second one when tokens, it's bad. That's fair. These cuts are hard. Cabal coffers is 72? How'd it rise so much? Okay, Okay, so we'll get rid of the... Where is it? Where is it? I know exactly where it is. Profaner of the Dead. A lot of stuff not in Double Master shut up. That's annoying. It'll go back down, but it's annoying. I need one, but I don't want to have to... I don't want to have to pay to get that. My deck isn't showing up, which is stressing me out. There it is. Okay, it has been reprinted as Plain Chase. I know, I love the card. I wish it would get reprinted. Maybe it'll be in Commander Legends. God, I can't wait for Commander Legends. I'm really excited for it. We are running Pawn of Ulamog, yes. Making these cuts. We need to get down to, I think, like 30-something creatures, which I know is like... Just we need to cut some stuff, you guys. I'm sorry. We need to. I'm gonna cut Grave Titan. I don't think we need it. I like it, but it's just expensive. And I just think it's just better if we go ahead and cut it. Wizards charges $300 per box like Double Masters. That's also correct. I'm not excited about the price of that. I'm gonna save up for Commander Legends packs though. Like, I have the biggest desire in the world for those packs. Ayara seems pretty good, but at the same time, I'm like, is she? Well, she draws us a card. We'll keep her. God, I don't know. I don't like this. This is stressing me out, these cuts. Let's try to get to 40. At least 40. Maybe cut Bloodghast. But Bloodghast is good, but what if we run out of lands? What do we cut? This is a struggle. Rankle could go. We'll cut Rankle. Haven Gullich, we aren't running it. Cool. Okay. I think we should... I don't know. We cut Rankle. You may cast target creature card in a graveyard this turn. When you cast this turn, it gains all activated abilities. Okay, alright, just check her off the demon. That's true. That does seem fun. Let's get rid of Basil Thrall. I think we can get rid of Basil Thrall. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either, you know? I don't think it's like great or horrible. Kai's ghost form. Honestly, yeah, I'm okay with getting rid of Kai's ghost form. Okay. Let's cut 3 more creatures. Woe Strider. I like Woe Strider, to be perfectly honest. But, the scrying isn't gonna really do us anything. Fan of Piper. I don't like Indrixar Master Breeder. I liked him just because he is a very decent token generator, and main decent, I mean, all we have to do is just cast a spell. Our curve isn't going to be too crazy, but then again, you're also right about that. I just think black just needs the help in mana, so that's why I added in there. Our curve is pretty high on the 2s, to be honest, but I think we do need that mana generation, like Black Market, Nyx Lotus, stuff like that. I think it's very... This deck is $1,000? What makes it $1,000? Oh, it's the Underground Sea. Oh no, I didn't mean it. Maybe we'll cut the Underground Sea and it'll drop this by half. I think we should do that. Is Harvester of Souls a May or required? Let's see. You may. It's a May ability. So it's a May ability. Do we need Glenelindra Liege? It buffs up our stuff. I don't know. I don't know. At this point, I'm just kind of grasping at straws just because I'm struggling with what we're dealing with right here. You get to sack him if you have 7 or more thralls. I'm not a fan of Liege. We aren't likely attacking with... That's true. That just reminded me of another card that we should put in here, though. I'm sorry. I replaced a card with a card, but I like propaganda. We're out of propaganda. Okay, let's cut 2 more creatures. Let's see. We can cut Endrixar if we need to. What do y'all think of Endrixar? Okay. We can get there. It's just stressful. Caro Bloodsucker. So it is put a counter on it, and yeah, the whole top part doesn't really work. Why am I yawning? Oh my god. You're doing great, you guys. You're making me make some really good cuts. Okay. 1 more creature, and then I think we can take the focus off of creatures for a minute. I still think we need to be lower in creatures, but also it's okay to be higher considering we're doing a lot of sacrifice. 1 more creature to cut, and then I think it's okay for us to move on into here, and here, and here. Sacrifice another creature. Maybe a Disciple of Bolas, and the only... I don't know. The reason I'm thinking Disciple of Bolas is because our creatures aren't super high in power, but we do gain life from it, and we can draw cards. But we don't have big creatures. How much dev will we have for a Born Overlord? A Born Overlord, 7 mana is pretty high, but his we get tokens equal to our devotion to black, and I think we're gonna have a lot considering this deck is majority black with a splash of blue, especially in this instance. So I think that we're gonna be okay. Nim Devourer I don't like. I like Nim Devourer because we can, yes, it's high in mana the first time, but we can get it back for 2, and it'll essentially be 2 mana. It's like a reassembling skeleton. Oh my god, why am I yawning? I'm so sorry. Okay, Is this all only in the upkeep? Let's see. Oh yeah, no, let's not do that. Let's get rid of the Nim thing. I don't like that. For some reason that just turned me off of the creature as a whole, is that it has to be done during our upkeep. I don't know why, but that just makes me go, I don't know. Okay, so now we have 27 cards left to cut. We're at 40 creatures, which is still a lot, but I think we can hold off for a second and move to other places. So the instance, let's kind of take a peek here. Good, good spell, good spell, good spell, good spell. Love it. I like Lazatep because you pay attention to the first part, but I do like the UN permanency control gain hexproof. Saves our stuff. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Let's get rid of, I think... Graveyard. I think Drown in the Lock we can get rid of, to be honest. I think we can cut that. Why do I have 2 Diabolic Intents? I don't know why it keeps wanting to do this. It keeps on wanting to give me 2 Diabolic and 2 of things, and I only want 1 of things. Yeah, I don't know why we aren't running that. So let's go ahead and do Reliquary Tower, and then we'll add a Thought Vessel because that's also smart. We're going to cut the Underground Sea. I'm sorry. I love it, but the fact that it's making this deck go up $400 is absolutely nauseating, and I don't like that. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll cut out another thing. I say maybe cutting out... That's good, actually. Okay. Kels clearly wants to cheat. She does. I don't know why she does, but she does. Okay. Now we're at 26 cards. A little bit better. Love, Rise of the Dark Realms, Living Death, and let's see. Then you may accept the spell and cut on creature control. Maybe getting rid of Whispering Madness. Yeah, I think that's a good cut. Do we need a Rogue's Passage? I just like having a Rogue's Passage because our commander has Menace, and you know, I think it's just kind of good to have as like a possibility of a big thing. Let's see. Got a way to tutor, destruction. It's a good way to get stuff back from our graveyard, I'm not gonna lie. Windfall, I just think is a good way to fill your hand. Dark Deal, another good way to fill your hand. Maybe getting rid of Exhume and Stolen by the Fae. I think maybe I like Stolen by the Fae, but I don't know. Or actually, no, maybe just getting rid of the Exhume. I think the Exhume. So now we're at 24 cards. Dark Deal does refill our hand. So we all discards our hand and then draw that many -1. That's not too terribly bad. I mean, we can cut it. I do just like the card itself. If we're looking for certain things, we're having a hard time, but I understand where you're coming from. Okay. There's a lot of cuts to make. We're now at 23. I cut the Dark Deal. It's just difficult in these kinds of decks. Instants and sorceries are pretty low. Maybe cutting some of the artifacts, which I know hurts us, let's be honest. Maybe Genesis Chamber. I don't know. I'm thinking Genesis Chamber, maybe. I don't know. Soul Ring, Skull Clamp, those are great. Let's cut the Altar of Dementia just because it mills. Hold on, let's see. Sacrifice creature's power from the... Yeah, no, we don't need Altar of Dementia. It's not going to work because we have a lot of smaller things. But like everything else. Chamber also helps our opponents by giving them things. Okay, see, I didn't know that. Let's see. See, I didn't know that. Okay. We are slowly getting there, by golly. Good lord. Oh, yeah. Genesis Chamber's gone. Okay. I'm feeling good about this now. Bloodsoaked Altar, I actually really like the more I think about this. We can make a token, 5/5 flyer, and I like it. Like a lot. Lifeline is just top tier. Nyx is good for helping us with mana. We have 2 altars, Thought Vessel, which will help us with card draw. We can cut the Signet. I don't know. I feel like we'll be okay with like Nyx Lotus, even though it's 4, but I guess it's better. I think maybe cutting one of the Signets. Dimir Signet. I think it's okay to cut Dimir Signet. If I'm wrong, please let me know, but I think it's just, I don't know. I have take some coins. Memes, thank you. Thank you so much. We are now at 20 cards left to cut. Let's see if we can get there. Okay. Let's go to the part that's a little bit difficult, which is going to be our enchantments. Phyrexian Reclamation is a must in here. I see no issue with that. Let's get rid of Revel in Riches, to be honest. We talked about that earlier. If it triggered upon our creatures dying, I would auto-include it, but it doesn't, you know? And that hurts, but... I like Ristic because it gives us card draw. Card draw's good. Grave Betrayal. Whenever creature you don't control dies. Actually, maybe cutting Grave Betrayal. It's very high in CMC and it doesn't really fit. I just cut the Grave Betrayal just because I feel like it doesn't fit too much. Dictate of Erebos is sick. Black Market's great. Grave Pact is also good. Ristic is good. Propaganda. I say no to Necropotence. I just have never had a good experience with this card. Yeah, no, we want to keep our stuff in our graveyard to possibly get it back. So let's cut Necropotence. So now we have 17 cards left to cut. I think we should cut Shriekmaw. I've been burned by it way too many times. Let's take a peek-sees. Into the battlefield, destroy target, not an effect, not black. It is very specific, so we can go ahead and cut it if need be. I really wish that it would actually load. Okay, Shriekmaw's been cut. We are now at 16 cards. I know you cutting cards, but if you considered Bitter Blossom, it's kind of hard to see that list. To see the list. Hold on, let me see. See, Necropotence I could see go. Yeah, I agree with that. I know you're cutting cards, but have you considered Bitter Blossom? It's kind of hard to see those. See, I like Bitter Blossom, but I actually wanted your opinions on Bitter Blossom and Dreadhorde Invasion because I have very mixed feelings about them in this particular deck. We know we do have some ways to gain life. Very few. I will say very few. So we have like stuff like you know, Blood Artist, Zulaport Cutthroat, Vela, you know, we have like a couple things, but we're not focusing on it. And let me tell you, I love Bitter Blossom. Words cannot describe how much I love Bitter Blossom, but I'm also very nervous about Bitter Blossom because we lose a life when creating those creatures. And I don't want us to lose life because I know life's a resource, you know, we're mono black and that's all good and dandy. But I'm also at the end of the day really worried that we're going to kill ourselves with this. Okay, I would agree keeping Bitter Blossom over the invasion. So let's cut the Dreadhorde invasion. Okay. So we have 15 cards left to cut. I think we're good on enchantments, to be honest. I'm still feeling iffy about the number of instances we have. Maybe also some of the creatures. So we're still kind of struggling with it a bit, but we're getting there. And it's difficult. This is difficult. I don't like making these cuts. Part of me just says cut all of the counter spells. I think that might be what we have to do. At first I just kind of said that, but the more I think it, maybe just cutting the counter spells, that leaves what? 1, 2, 3, 4. That cuts 4 cards off our list. 4 counter spells. I think that's a good amount to cut, you know? I don't like being left without any protection for our spells. That's also fair. But, like, what do we do? We're only running 4 counter spells. Some people would say that's too many. Some people say that's too little. I don't know. I will go ahead and get rid of Woe Strider. We can Scribe, that can only do us so much good, and I'm gonna wait for your opinions on the counter spells. Just because Woe Strider does get us to Scry, and I like that, but Viscera Seer does it a little bit better, so we're now left with 14 cards left to cut. But letting people resolve things that hurt us is not good, you know? Okay, so 14 cards left to cut. We can do it. Pain is part of the game. That's true, but at the same time, we want to protect our things. We need to have to counter to keep people from having a rest in peace to play what we can do that we can't do a thing about. Fair. So then what do we cut? Because we have 14 cards left. We have to cut some creatures anyway, but it's just gonna suck. You know, us cutting creatures. We have what? How many? 14? 14 left. Enchantments is good. So is our lands. I would say we have some better lands now. I think we have better lands, to be honest. At this point, I'm thinking maybe cutting Harvester of Souls. Yahenni, Ogre, and maybe Butcher. I was thinking about Butcher too, and let me tell you, when I say it sucked, it sucked. Ogre, Yahenni. Yeah, Ogre, Yahenni, and Butcher. I have to agree. I'm so sorry. I would agree with those cuts. Because we already have like Grave Pact, and we already have Dictate of Erebos, so it just seems like it kind of is already pretty good. Now we have 11 cards to cut. We're slowly getting there. And I love all three of those cards, so it hurts. Also true. Let's see. I think maybe adding that actually. Boop. We're adding it. Please don't be mad at me. You can cut the master breeder fellow. Cut lifeline. It's the text has been errated to make it so it works for all players. Oh, let's see. Let's see lifeline then. It works for all players and has errata to remove the your graveyard text. That sucks. Oh, we already added it. Well, I gotta cut it twice. Cool. Let's cut lifeline, which makes me sad because I liked it. Okay. 11 left. Harvest. I think I'm gonna cut Harvester of Souls. Just always felt kind of weird to me. Harvester of Souls. We'll get rid of what's his name? Edric. No, that's Spymaster of Trust. Endrek is who I was talking about. We'll get rid of Master Breeder. We are now at 9 cards. Conrad is not getting cut because Conrad is amazingly good. Conrad is great and will never be cut from a aristocrat like list. Because he also triggers upon when things leave your graveyard too. So if we do stuff like Rise of the Dark Realms or Living Death or stuff like that, it just seems really good and we're gonna keep it. Okay, we're at 9 cards left to cut. That's not that bad. We can do that, you know? It's a little less stressful. I think we can do this. I really can't think of anything to cut. The KR could go, I know it draws cards, but triple black is pretty inconsistent to hit. I mean, not necessarily, to be quite honest. I mean, like, it can be, but she's not too hard to get, I think. Yeah, okay. We'll get rid of Ayara. I'm sad about it. Crap. I don't know. I like Ayara. That's my very biased opinion, is I really like her. 9 cards isn't so much. I know that we can do it. What do you think about Stolen by the Fae? Really quickly while we think about Ayara. I think we can cut Gary since we're erasing out of stuff we don't have much in Devotion. But a Born Overload will be weaker. Ayara is ridiculously good card. We have a lot of mono black in here, to be honest. Keep Ayara. Okay, we're going to keep Ayara. I'm okay with cutting Gary. Think about Stolen by the Fae while I cut Gary. Eight cards left. Yeah, Stolen by the Fae. I like the card flavor-wise, but I just don't know if we need it. Okay. 7 cards. Yawgmoth. I think we need to cut Yawgmoth because it's pay a life. And I like him, but I don't think we need Yawgmoth in here. We need to be gaining more. It's so up in the air. Piper the Swarm might go. It takes a long time to get the rats, and it's a lot of mana to sink into a creature. Honestly, maybe swapping Piper of the Swarm for Ogre Slumlord again, because I did like Ogre Slumlord, so maybe adding... And then cutting out Piper. Okay, 6 cards. What do you think about Bloodghast? I don't know how I feel about Bloodghast. I feel like that's more of a modern thing or a pioneer thing than us. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you may return Bloodghast from your graveyard to the battlefield. It seems good. I don't know. I just don't know. You at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. That's not too bad. I mean, we can cut it. He's a mass token generator, but I like him. We can cut it. Okay, we have 5 cards left. Yeah, we do want that. It is an upside. I think it's an upside, but at the same time, like, the CMC is high. I would agree it's a benefit for us. Okay, maybe Disciple of Bolus. Because we have so many small things, I don't think we're going to be cutting a big thing. Our biggest thing is a 6/6. So I think cutting Disciple of Bolus. Okay, do we want a 3-mana draw too? You know? Maybe cut Muldrifter? The more I'm looking at Muldrifter, the less I feel good about it, you know? What do you think on cutting Muldrifter? I don't know. This is hard. And I'm still thinking of so many cards that I want to run in here. Like Vampiric Rites is a cool card, but I don't know. Muldrifter could go. This is just difficult. Maybe. Four cards. This is stressing me out. What's our curve looking like? I don't know what to do. We have 4 cards left. Let's see. It's not bad. Maybe Village Rites? I don't know. This is not easy. Bloodsoaked Altar seems like a lot of resources for just a 5/5. Yeah, here's the deal. I love the concept of Bloodsoaked Altar. I wish it was better. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. I love the card. It makes me smile. It's so flavorful. It's super cool. But it needs something a little more. Okay. Yeah, I do like Whisper. We should add Whisper in here. So now we gotta cut 4 again. Okay. Am I just like... Okay, so... Okay, what do we add? Blue Suns gets us card draw, though. 4 cuts. How many counter spells were there again? There were 4 counter spells. I know what you're saying. You don't like the counter spells. What do you think about village rights, you know? Like, I don't know. I don't know. This is a big struggle. I don't like cuts. I don't like cuts. I like to pretend that they're not real. I'm tired. I need to get more sleep. That triple blue does hurt, though. Maybe cutting Blue Suns. I hate to say it. Maybe Wake the Dead since it's so conditional and we lose the creatures afterwards. Let's see. Where is it? Well, I like that because it'll still... The reason why is I like it is because of that. We're able to do that, get our stuff back on combat, block, things die, they go to the battlefield. I like Wake the Dead. I think Living Death is the one that we should do. I think Living Death should be the one cut. Yeah, okay, let's get rid of Village Rights. And I think maybe Living Death, the more I think about it. I think Living Death should be cut compared to Wake the Dead. I like Wake the Dead more. But then it's also just my opinion. Again, it could be extremely wrong and inaccurate. So what else do you think? I usually don't do Blood Artist unless I'm going infinite, but because it only target player. I mean, yeah, but we can still do it a bunch. We have one more card to cut. I like Blood Artist. No, not Lab Man. That's how we win, kind of. One of the ways, anyway. Maybe Ophiomancer? What do you think about it? Ophiomancer? I don't know. I'm thinking Ophiomancer. I do like Ophiomancer, don't get me wrong. But we only get one snake. If we block. If we block, then we get another snake. But, it's not like we're getting tons of snakes. We're just getting one. I've never liked cuts, but y'all know this already. We have one more cut to make. Thoughts on Bloodghast? But you keep getting more snakes, and Kels can just kill a snake to get more snakes, so that's 4 snakes per turn cycle. Hear me out, cut a land. No, 35 land makes me nervous. Do you think 35 lands? Do you think 35 lands? I want a legitimate... I really want like a legitimate argument for cutting a land. Because I'll do it if you give me a good argument on why. You think 35 is okay? Oh, so we have contradicting opinions now. 35 or 36? We have a low curve and plenty of draw. That is also fair. So we could cut out... 35 is perfectly fine with how your curve is. Okay, so then we'll cut out another card. I like Castle of Vantress because we can scry. So just maybe cutting out... What does Lock Twain do? That helps us draw cards. Shoot. Come on. I hate cutting lands. Yeah, cutting lands always makes me nervous. Let's see, Rogue's Passage. We don't need it. I just like running Rogue's Passage because it's like my comfort land. Okay, so we're at 35 lands. That stresses me out just a teensy bit, but what do you guys think? This would be the deck complete as is with 35 lands. Everything else is feeling pretty sick. So what do you guys think about this? Do you feel good about the deck? Do you feel like it's lacking? Do you want to add things? How are you feeling about this particular thing? How are you feeling about this? Cauldron of Eternity is a good card, but also if you consider it Arena for flavor purposes, I feel like we don't run enough X1s to run Skull Clamp. I mean, we have quite a few X1s up here. We run a decent amount. We make a lot of tokens that are X1s. But I can also respect the cut of Skull Clamp. While you'll discuss that, let's look at the Cauldron. We make a lot of X1s. That's what I was thinking. That may... we're going to be killing a lot of tokens. I mean, also non-tokens too. But this makes me nervous. I am not exactly sure how I feel about the Cauldron of Eternity. So, while y'all are figuring that out, what do you guys think of what we have going on right here? And like, do you feel comfortable with this? That's true. We do have sack outlets for creatures that aren't ones. So how do you guys feel about this? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you feel comfortable with the list? Do you feel like we should add more? Do you think we should take out anything else? Anything that's really bugging you? Or something that you really like about it? You know, anything, in all honesty, I think I'm going to revisit this one later. And I know I say that a lot and I never end up doing it. But I think I'm going to revisit this one later. Mostly because I had a really bad day today. And I'm tired and I just kind of want to relax for a little bit after the stream, and then I could come back to it tomorrow with a fresh set of eyes and kind of go, okay, I don't know why I did this. Okay, I know why I did this. I think it could be extremely helpful. I was wondering if there's a clear win con. In this situation, it's just a lot of card draw, aristocrat effects. So paying small amounts of damage through aristocrat effects, so like stuff like Blood Artist, as well as, let's see, the Priest of Forgotten Gods, Zilpar Cutthroat, stuff like that, as well as milling ourselves out by drawing a lot of cards based off of Jace Builder of Mysteries and Laboratory Maniac right up here. I feel comfortable for this deck. It does what most aristocrats decks do while adding in card draw, which I think is really important in this. I like it, but you know, I might return to this tomorrow, kind of fresh face, going, okay, what the heck am I gonna do? So it's always good to just kind of sit back and go, okay, let's see what we're doing here. No persist. We don't have persist. We did not think of persist until you just said it. That is a good question. 29 cards with persist. Can't run these. We can do cauldron, but let's like we could do an archmage. This has a persist. So let's see how many targets we would have for just persist in this deck. If we were dealing in 1/1 counters, I would say I would feel comfortable with that, but we're not. So we, in theory, only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 targets, possibly. I don't know what you mean by dead mic, because my microphone's working. I can see my audio pick up on it. Unless my microphone is picking up on my overlay, but it's not saying anything. Can you guys hear me? Because it says that I can hear me. Oh, Micaeus and Hallowed. Okay, cool. I don't know. I've never heard of the nickname Dead Mike. I've heard of Micaeus, but not Dead Mike before. See. We have some humans in here, but not a ton. We have a good handful. It would make me nervous about running Micaeus. I don't know about persist. We could do River Kelpie. We could do Putrid Goblin, which, by the way, I think he looks cute. I just don't know how I feel about the persist creatures. But that's just my weird opinion. Do you guys think we should add persist in here? We would have to make more cuts. We could do it. In theory, we have a handful of cards that we could run that would make sense. This just seems like too expensive for it, so we could immediately cut that. Same thing for this little guy right here. So we could, in theory, do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards of persist. I'd also run persist if we would run Micaeus. We have a handful of humans, which is why I'm hesitant about Micaeus. I understand the whole like persist thing with Micaeus and that being pretty sick, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. We do have a handful of humans. I can count. It'll take me a minute because we have a lot of creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're running 10 humans, and I don't feel good about that. Considering we have 21 creatures, that's about a third of our creatures are humans. So I would probably pass on that simply because of non-humans. That's a third of our creatures we can't really target. So I would say no to Micaeus. Even though I usually vibe with it, I'm going to have to pass on this one. But I like the concept. If we weren't running humans, then I would say we should do persist. So what do you guys think? We're towards the end of our stream. Do you guys have any comments, anything that you want to make, anything that you want to change? Now is the time. Alrighty. Only one Grun, Alendra. I don't know if we need another card draw. Not a card draw, counter spell based off of that. She has a persist counter spell. Which means now we have to cut one more card. And we're not cutting another land. So we can cut one more. Which is what I was hoping we could avoid. Why are you sacrificing yourself? Bloodghast. I don't know. Every time I see Bloodghast, I keep on going Bloodghast. But then again, it's a good card. I can see it's a good card. What do you guys think? What do you think? What should we cut? I mean, since we added Glenalendra, we can take out Negate. Oh, something happened. What happened? What happened? Old Wolf, thank you for the donation. Thank you so much. We are getting closer and closer and closer to editing, well, not editing, but changing up my computer completely, which I desperately need. So thank you. Okay, we can cut out a Negate. I'm okay with that. Okay, guys. We are all good. Let's go ahead and name the deck. Now that we are at the end of our stream, if you have any ideas, drop them in the chat so we can name this deck and be on our merry way. While I yawn real quick. We are not running Reality Shift. Okay, so we have the name Fight Club. I actually like it. I actually like Fight Club, I'm not gonna lie. Sack the Fight. I do like Fight Club, actually, a lot. It could be even like Kels Fight Club. Dimir Fight Club. Say Fight Club for an actual deck that uses the fighting mechanic. Kels fixes fights though. Yes, she does. Well, Kels is fixing the fight between the two tokens that are hitting each other. So I'm thinking I like Fight Club. But we can wait for a second. The house always wins. I actually might put that in here, not as the deck name, but as a line in the article. Because I like that. Kels fixed Fight Club. We could do fixed Fight Club. Oh gosh. We could do fixed Fight Club and make it a little bit alliteration. I like this. Fixed Fight Club or Fight Club. I like it. Alrighty, everybody. We did it. We have a complete deck list in under, by the way, 2 hours. That is, it's been a while since we've been under 2 hours. Last time I know that we did it, we were over. So the over 2 hours, which is never an issue. I just think it's always interesting to see that we go above 2 hours usually. So the fact that we are below it is pretty sick. I do have to say so myself. So now we're going to be towards the end of the stream. We're going to do my fun little end of stream things. So yeah, let me go ahead and get that all taken care of very quickly. And of course my Patreon logs me out because it likes me. It has been a day, everybody. Okay, let's go ahead and do my last outro stuff, you guys. It is a new month, actually, so we get to announce every single active patron that I have, which is actually super exciting. Okay, so now that we are at the end of the stream, we have our fully completed deck. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on this lovely evening. For those of you who are unfamiliar with me, my name is Chase, also known as Mana Curves. I am Mana Curves everywhere, so I post a lot of content, magic content on Twitter. You should definitely check out my Twitter. That's where I post the majority of my content, my stuff. I'm also going to drop my link tree in chat. That has my YouTube channel where I upload all these videos. It has like Amazon wishlist and links to help support me. If you want to help support me, you can become a patron on Patreon. You can subscribe to me. You can share bits. You could do something on the Amazon wishlist. Why not? That thing over there up in the top corner is actually a tip jar that I'm currently using to help me gain access to a better computer. I'm trying to build my own computer, and it's very difficult because right now my computer is really fighting me, I should say, on streaming. It's actually extremely difficult to stream. It's been very stressful and I don't like it. So please help me get a new computer by donating. I also have a Discord which is open to the public. I'm going to drop my Patreon link right here. That's my Patreon and my Discord, and I'm going to go ahead and give my little spiel to patrons. So I have 4 tiers on Patreon. The first 2 are the same, and the last 2 are the same. But the benefits are the same, but the prices are different. So tier number 1 is called Groundling tier. It's $1 a month, and then tier number 2 is called Noble tier. It is $3 a month. For $1 a month or $3 a month, depending on which you would prefer, you get a shout out 1 time a month, the beginning of the month that you become a patron. So today's August 4th, which means brand new Patreon stuff. So you'll shout out if you're those tiers during the earlier streams of the month. You also get access to exclusive content on the Discord, and it's also just a nice way to show support for me. The final 2 tiers are both the same in terms of benefits, but are a little bit more expensive depending on, what you would prefer. The first one is called Click tier. It is $5, and the second one is called Glenalendra tier. That is $10 a month. You get the exclusive Discord content. You also get a shout out every single time I stream, and you also get a signed token of me done by Inkling Customs, either as me as a fairy or me in my regular clothes. So you should definitely check that out right now. And there's the Discord open, so now I'm going to go ahead and give shoutouts to my people on Patreon. This is going to be a mouthful, so I apologize in advance. Shout out to MTG Lexicon, Renin6, Austin Helgeson, Anton Clement, Jeff Cleveland, Francis Barker, Jason, Sheep Wave, Eric Rodseth, Lazy Squid, Poppertastic, David Kelkis, Aiden Brock, Nico Boggs, Eric Hoff, Greg Robinson, LK Alters, Douglas Whitaker, McLean Anderson, Voidstar Bunny, Solid Panda, Ian Dittman, Seraph6, Good Names Were Taken, Cyrus Manesh, Joshua Ickenberry, Sean Katzman, Mariano Munoz, Katie, Bertram Williams, Andrew Schmandrew Art, Austin Mathis, Carlton Parsons, Nander Stout, and MTG Tonight. Thank you guys so much for being patrons. Those are every single one of the patrons. Thank you guys so very much. And lastly but not least, I am sponsored by the fantastic, wonderful people at TCG Player. That is my affiliate link right there. Check out that affiliate link. Using that link supports me. Even clicking that link supports me. So use that link, buy cards off that link, just touch the link. It supports me. I'm also sponsored by the wonderful people at Ultra Pro. I do giveaways with them once a week usually, and they're amazing people, and they're fantastic and supportive of me, and they're a fantastic sponsor. You should check them out. And this particular stream that I'm doing right here, I write an article about every single week for TCG Player, and it drops every single Sunday, so keep an eye out for this article this coming weekend. So thanks you guys so very much for joining me on another lovely episode of Always Be Brewing. I'm going to take the rest of the evening to relax and play some Minecraft, so you guys have a good night, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!